Hey, what's up, everybody? My name is Tony, and I have to lose weight. Well, I've been doing intermittent fasting for the last 7 days, and my weight has changed. And I want to tell you about that. First, let's give you just a general update. I recently went for my yearly physical with the doctor, got my yearly blood work. And well, to be honest, that blood work wasn't great, and it's kind of been the catalyst for making some changes going forward. The urgency of having to lose weight has really ramped up. And so I've started to make some changes in my life, and I wanted to try intermittent fasting. I hadn't done it in a long time. I wanted to see if it would move the needle after just 7 days so that I could share that with you. But let me tell you some of the other changes that I've been making in my life. First, I'm drinking black coffee. I know it's kind of shocking to me still to say that out loud, but when I made the change and before I started doing the intermittent fasting, I've just gone to a black iced coffee. No sugar, no creamer, no artificial sweeteners, just black coffee. And it's a little bit of an adjustment, but I'm really starting to enjoy it. I've even started doing a new cold brew system at home so I don't have to buy coffee out and about. And so that I feel like that has been a positive change. Change number two, I have been trying to reduce my carb intake. And the way that that looks primarily is I've cut most breads out of my diet. And I've also gone out of my way not to do a lot of sweets. And well, as someone who used to eat a sugary dessert after almost every meal, it has been a little bit of an adjustment. Another big change that I made during this time period is I committed to drinking at least 80 ounces of water per day. I picked up these tumblers. I just stole Jenny B's tumbler from over there. These are 40 ounces each. And so I've been drinking 2 of these a day. Jenny's been drinking 3 of these a day, but this is just ice water. And having it in this form, knowing that I just have to empty this cup twice, kind of helpful to me. I'd like to get to where I'm drinking 100 ounces of water a day, but I felt very strongly when I got 2 of these, down. Plus my coffees, I'm drinking like 30 ounces of coffee, which is not completely straight water, but it's mostly water. So yeah, this has really helped in the process. Now let's talk about intermittent fasting, and let's talk about what my current weight is. When I started the week of intermittent fasting, I weighed 391 pounds, 0.4. 391.4. And if you're unfamiliar with intermittent fasting, it is primarily changing when you eat. It doesn't necessarily have anything to do with what you are eating, but it can. But the big move is to change when you eat. And I've been doing a 16/8 intermittent fast. That means that I don't eat anything for 16 hours, and then I eat everything that I'm going to eat for a day within 8 hours. The way that worked out for me last week is I would stop eating every night at 8 p.m., and then I would start eating again at 12 p.m. the next day. So 16 hours of fasting, 8 hours of eating, and I did have a little bit of a food strategy inside of my eating window. The first meal that I would use to break my fast usually consisted of some sort of protein, some sort of vegetables, and then really any kind of carbs I was gonna have for that day. I would go heavy on the protein. I would do that around noon or 1 o'clock, and then I baked in a little bit of a snack time between 3 and 4. A lot of times for my snack time last week, I would eat a protein bar just so that I could keep the protein up. And then at dinner, it was usually a lean protein and vegetables with even less carbs than the previous meals. And let me tell you, overall, it wasn't that bad of a process. The only challenge for me was really not having any kind of taste in my mouth during that fasting period. You're not supposed to take in any artificial sweeteners while you're doing intermittent fasting. You don't want to break your fast. So the only thing I was consuming during my fasting period was water and black coffee. And so there would be times when I was craving a taste in my mouth other than water or black coffee. And so that was the biggest challenge. As far as being hungry, it wasn't that big of a deal. I knew that I would be able to eat soon. I slept through most of my fasting period. It was only a few hours until I was able to eat. So overall, the execution of it wasn't that hard, other than getting over the idea of having something to drink other than water and black coffee. So what were the results? There certainly are some scale results, and I'll share that with you, but there were also some other results. I felt like toward the end of the week, when my body got used to this timing, I felt like I had more energy. I felt less inclined to take a nap during the day. So for some reason, not eating all that period of time, it gave me energy. So maybe the fact that I'm not, putting a lot of food on my stomach is dragging me down, that kind of thing, that was kind of exciting. And then the other thing, overall, my body feels better. It's like there's a little bit less inflammation. So I think that might have also something to do with it. And then, of course, the other thing, when I did step on the scale after 7 days of intermittent fasting, I had lost weight. which is exciting. My weigh-in after my week of intermittent fasting, I weighed 385 pounds, 0.8. 385.8 for a total loss of 5.6 pounds. I know there's people out there that swear by intermittent fasting. I know there's people that go even more extreme on intermittent fasting, eating only 1 hour a day. I think I'm just going to stay with this, 16-8 for now and continue to have meals that are high in protein, vegetables, low in carbs, and see if it's a system that I can work to consistently lose weight. It feels very doable with my lifestyle. Again, I'm going to take this approach onto a cruise ship in about 10 days, so it's going to be interesting to see how it works there. Overall, very happy with the week. Overall, very happy with the loss, and it does lift my spirits a little bit knowing that when I apply a system, when I actually apply myself to weighing less and eating, more healthy, that I can do that and I can see the result. How are you guys doing out there with your weight loss journey? What's the latest system that you're trying? Are you seeing some success? I would love to hear your stories in the comments below. My name's Tony. I have to lose weight. Well, I hope to see less of you and maybe you see less of me on the next video. Bye.